Gunn.
Yes.
You've done a lot of horror films. They do a lot of mazes here based on horror films. Anybody asking to do something based on Slither or Halloween attraction?
They should, right? I don't. Nobody asked me.
Do you think it would work?
I think it would. I think it would work. I think it would be the best one ever. And I don't know why they haven't asked me.
So, which one are you looking forward to most tonight?
Rob Zombies.
Rob Zombies.
Yeah. He's a great guy, and he's been in my last 2 films and a cameo in each. So I love Rob, and I love his movies, and I can't wait to see it.
What's the future of horror?
Bleak.
You've been in the movie House of a Thousand Corpses. They got the maze. Can it live up to the film?
Oh yeah, it was pretty cool. I went through it last year. The thing that was funny was one of the guys that was playing me jumped out at me and saw who I was and went, shit, and jumped back.
Question, can you possibly go through the Welcome to My Nightmare Maze and experience it as if for the first time, or do you already know what's going to happen?
I do not know what's going to happen. They won't tell me at all, but I've been in the show for 11 years, so if I don't see a couple of those jokes coming, then shame on me. But no, I'm really excited to see stuff that I don't expect.
So you're not getting the inside scoop ahead of time from your dad?
No, he won't tell me because he wants me to be scared and trip and fall and break my face. That's what he wants to happen.
Hi, Dad.
So, is it possible for you to see that kind of stuff and relate to it as if it's real or whatever it is that makes you scared, as opposed to saying, oh, this is like in my dad's stage show, you know, I've seen this before.
I have a really great suspension of disbelief, so if I'm in the middle of a haunted house, I'm actually there.
In the middle of the haunted house.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm excited. I get that way in horror movies too. Watching them, like I am there with you in that room, like about to get killed by a serial killer. Like,
How about that, Pirates of the
so yeah, I'm a good customer.
Great. So what other maze are you looking forward to besides your dad?
Always, anything zombie does is great because it always has that over-the-top quotient. You know what I mean? Like just when you think he can't go there, he does, and then keeps running with it. So yeah, that's the other one.
So what do you prefer? What do you prefer? The more modern horror like Rob Zombie, or like the Wolfman maze they're going to do this year? Which one is your preference?
You know, it's kind of apples and oranges only because without that maze, and we all know none of us would be doing what we're doing without that maze. But I love the way Rob does films. I love, you know, like movies like Insidious. I love, you know, like the way that there's more of a plot point now, as opposed to like, you know, characters. So now it's about like how the people that are getting attacked live, as opposed to just the monster.
I don't know.
Thank you. I know I asked you this last year, but I want to see if you've had any new thoughts on what would happen if Jason and Michael Myers Fight Club to the death, no rules.
Like Tyler and I?
Yeah.
I would beat the holy crap out of Tyler. No, I actually know what happened recently, which is hilarious. Tyler, people who know, plays Michael Myers, Tyler Maine and Todd Farmer, who wrote My Bloody Valentine and Drive Anchor 3D, and who was naked in both movies. They live, Tyler's like a block away from my house. I came home the other day and they toilet papered my house. Really mature. And they go, oh, too bad I missed it. And they're like, oh, no, you can go back on Twitter. We tweeted about it the entire time. And so I went back and like fans were, oh my God, Michael Myers totally toilet papered Jason's house. I'm like, you asses. Pretty good.
Going through the mazes, any chance you can be really scared, or do you think you're going to be scaring the actors working here?
You know, I don't know. You can tell if I'm scared because if I do get scared, I have like this like defensive posture. My knee jerk is like from you know background of fighting. If someone jumps out, I'm like, that's when you know I'm scared. I get quiet to like you know protect myself. Like, so if that happens, you get me on camera. That means oh that guy's scared.
Okay. Hatchet, you're here. You're rubbing shoulders with the people that do the Halloween Horror Nights. You're sidling up to anyone saying, "Hey, maze next."
It starts like early and like right after this ends. I usually get the email or something like next year we'd love to do it, and so it hasn't come to fruition yet. But hopefully at some point there is a Hatchet maze because we're all down for it. And I think Kane Hodder himself would be so excited that he would probably come and be Victor Crowley in the maze if there was the chance that he could really kill somebody each night.
Any worry about translating the horror from the screen into real life?
Not with that one. No.
That one's got like the perfect set and the perfect monster. And
I mean, the movie basically is a haunted house because it's like funny, it's fun, it's and what I'm thinking though is there's like the Jaws ride here. It's not really Jaws ride, but you go through that like lagoon.
Right.
We could actually do it there and actually set up a swamp and then throw like 3 live alligators in there. Just like so it's like roulette. You don't know. Maybe you're gonna get bit, maybe you're not. that would be scary. If you're like, I might fucking get bit by an alligator here.
Right.
That would be sick.
So aware of the mechanics of scares from having done it, can you possibly be shocked walking through any of the mazes here?
No,
I
never.
scream like a little girl though.
She screams, and
I
that's
think
what
it's
makes it
fun. He just laughs at me.
But what I love is the attention to detail that they pay here. Like when they did the Halloween maze, the fact that they had Halloween 3 shit here, and they had like the commercial playing on the TV and
Right,
everything.
the Halloween
like,
song, yeah.
And like, I just like to pretend it's real and that I'm really getting to live through the movie. And that's what I'm looking forward to tonight, especially with the Thing one. I hope it's freezing cold. I hope there's a guy who looks like Kurt Russell, so it gets her all turned on. And me. And I hope that we all don't get detention.
I was in Alice Cooper last night. It was 4 in the morning. I'm with my lighting designer, and I'm in the morgue, and based on I Love the Dead.
Right.
And I look around and I go, where are the names? Where are the names on the morgue drawers? They're supposed to be here. It's supposed to be Cold Ethel and Little Betty from Dead Babies, and it's all out. It's that type of stuff we put in for the fans. And I was like freaking out. I was like, plus I was out of my head.
All right, 4 in the morning.
But I'm like, oh my God, they're not there. So I, this morning I got up and I made them. But then you make them and they look all brand spanking new and nice. And so I started pouring coffee on them and scratching them, and I'm making props.
Right.
And then I raced down the maze and I'm cutting them out and I'm putting them in, and then I went, the Wolfman came. So it's got one challenge though, and that is actors that you can replicate with, with our characters you can replicate with actors.
Right.
Hard to find, 20 Bruce Campbells. Bruce Campbell's pretty original.
Gonna have that chin.
So that's a difficult thing. That's the one thing.
Why no Final Destination 5 maze?
Because I don't care about it. I could care less. No, seriously, we have a very specific criteria, and that is not something that fits that criteria. You can't do everything. I don't think I could do a roller coaster in the middle of a maze. It just wouldn't work.
And there's no villain.
And there's no villain.
I thought
that's the thing. It has to fit our criteria. Sometimes I bend those rules. I'm absolutely bending them for the Thing. Originally I used to say it has to be a role that an actor can play, and we can take a horror movie villain that an actor can play. But you look at the Thing, and it's all these crazy, amazing creatures. And maybe like 2-3 years ago, I would have said, "There's no way we're doing this." But the ace in the hole for me is knowing Tom and Alec from Amalgamated Dynamics. That's the makeup studio that did the film. Both those guys are Academy Award-winning makeup artists. They came up with people like Stan Winston that I worked with years ago, and they created all these amazing creatures in the Thing, and they were so kind and gracious. They let me use the original molds from the film, and once I could do that, then I said, okay, let's take on the Thing. And when you see this Thing, no pun intended, you'll understand why it was so challenging.
And this year, Universal is actually taking advantage of Universal properties,
Yeah.
the Wolfman and the Thing. So you're not outsourcing.
Well, it really, I won't do a movie just because it's topical or out. It has to fit that criteria. And I thought the Thing was a perfect fit for us. I love the environments. I love the idea of the Norwegian base in the middle of Antarctica. I thought that would make a really cool, unique environment, something we've never done before. I love the creatures. I wanted to do the Wolfman. We were going to do the Wolfman, but the release date moved a couple of years ago and moved out of our window. And again, I go back to awareness. It has to have that awareness now that the movie's been out and it's on cable constantly. Now it has the awareness where we can do it.
Great. So you must be, as a fan of classic horror, happy to have the Wolfman.
Yeah. I've always shied away from classic horror. I love it. It's my passion. I love those movies more than anything on earth. But I also know our fans, and 18 to 26-year-olds, difficult to scare them with those movies. It's something I still want to do, and I'll eventually get around to it for Horror Nights. I'm not done yet, but I want to make sure I do it the right way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.